The other day, the first trailer for the upcoming Shogun series has arrived. Now, for those of you who might remember and have been around long enough, you remember about, I guess it's over 3 years ago, or right around 3 years ago now, Kris, when Disney had that big investor day call where they made all the announcements and everything. I remember they got to this section where they were talking about Hulu and effects, and they said, now it's time for another stories to be retold. Its time has come. And I'm like, what story is that? When an explorer loses their way, and I'm like, they're not talking about Shogun, are they? They're not about to do Shogun. If you guys watched me doing my live stream reaction with it, you guys remember, I'm like, they're not about to do, are they about to announce Shogun? And then they said Shogun, and I lost my mind. Shogun is something I've been waiting for almost my whole life. I've been waiting for them to bring this back. The James Clavell novel, even though I didn't understand half of it when I read it because I was so young, was one of the first books I got my hands on because my mom had it. So I read it. I loved it. They did the miniseries, which again was on when I was a child. And I remember loving the miniseries. And I've been just thinking for the longest time, modern storytelling techniques, this would be great. And the Shogun trailer finally dropped, and it looks glorious. This comes from the folks over at FX who describe the project as this. Shogun follows the collision of two ambitious men from different worlds and a mysterious female samurai. John Blackthorne, a risk-taking English sailor who ends up shipwrecked in Japan, a land whose unfamiliar culture will ultimately redefine him, and Lord Toranaga, a shrewd, powerful man at odds with his own dangerous political rivals, and Lady Mariko, a woman whose invaluable skills but dishonorable family ties, who must prove her value and allegiance. And I am just telling you, for those of you who don't know anything about Shogun or the story or whatever, it's fantastic. The story is absolutely riveting. It's Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones. Actually, I'm almost positive Game of Thrones took a lot of influence probably from Shogun. At any rate, I think the modern age storytelling, the modern day technology, the modern day techniques will really contribute to it. And then that first trailer dropped. And Kris, I got to tell you, it was everything that I wanted it to be. The scope of it is vast. I know we overuse the word, but it's cinematic in feel. It's the presence of the characters are powerful, and it doesn't give away much. This is still off a little ways, but this is the first kind of look at it. As somebody who has been dying to watch this thing, I was personally thrilled. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Vessi. Now, you guys know I'm not exactly the most fashion conscious guy in the world, but I love a great pair of shoes that are comfortable and I can wear almost anywhere. And growing up in Canadian winters when my feet got wet a lot, waterproof would be nice too. Enter Vessi. They make the claim that they're not just fashionable and super comfortable, they're also waterproof. Now, you guys remember, when I got my first pair of Vessis, I put them to the ultimate waterproof test. I actually stuck my foot in my pool, my feet stayed dry, and the shoes stayed dry. Incredible. And they're the most comfortable pair of shoes I ever owned. Well, that made me want another pair. So I got another pair of Vessis that look great and just equal that world-class comfort that I got from that first pair of shoes. They are absolutely my favorite shoes that I've ever owned. Imagine your favorite sneaker style supercharged with waterproof technology and unmatched comfort. No matter how you like to stay active, Vessi has the shoes for you. Trail-ready high tops, effortless slip-ons, and classic court shoes, all with a waterproof twist. They are just as comfortable and stylish as your favorite sneakers, but even more versatile. So guys, if you're anything like me and you want the most comfortable pair of shoes that look great, that you can take out hiking, wear to work, go to the gym, or walk through the water and snow, go to vessi.com/Campea and get yourself a pair today. Go to vessi.com/Campea and get 15% off your order using the code Campea. I don't remember in our conversations, Kris, if you've ever either read the book or saw the old miniseries or have any exposure to the old Shogun. What exposure have you had to it? And then what did you think about this trailer?
Honestly, mostly your enthusiasm, because so that meeting was around the time where you and I started first working together, because it was 2019 going into 2020.
Yeah.
So it was just, why are you so excited about this? The only thing I know about Shogun is that it's a really great restaurant. And so I had a very different idea of what this was. I'm so excited that I have so much homework on this show, right? I'm really excited to read the book. I'm excited to look back at the miniseries. And everything about this trailer has me so excited about this. I mean, I'm a huge Hiroyuki Sanada fan. Cosmo Jarvis, who's in this as well, I really enjoyed from Persuasion. I think he's a wonderful actor, and I'm really excited for him to get a very meaty role like this, too. I mean, everything just looks so epic, so cool. It looks like it's going to have incredible fight scenes, but also be balanced with some real nuance and character-driven stuff. And that's when things really come together, right? You don't just have the flashy battles. You don't just have the wonderful period pieces and set design. You also have character-driven story. And that whole hero's journey or the fish out of water story in a land where you feel so familiar and you feel so other is so intriguing to me. And I'm really excited to see it.
I'm glad you feel that way because I'm telling you, I am counting down the days to this, and I'm just really excited to finally see it coming to fruition. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.